This is Wayne from My Tech News, and in this video I wanted to talk about the Amazon Echo Show 2017 software update because it did just get updated. Now this firmware update or software update is going to be the exact same one the brand new Amazon Echo Show has. So if you're thinking about getting the Amazon Echo Show for some of the new features or something, this practically is it. The old model of the Amazon Echo Show is getting the exact same software the new one has, of course, minus the bigger screen and minus the better speakers and minus the better screen resolution. You're pretty much getting the exact same firmware on the old one, and you don't have to do anything to actually get this firmware working. So you don't have to install anything, or you don't have to do anything on your computer or do anything. This thing pretty much just comes down the line. You don't even have to open up the Amazon Alexa app on your smart device. It pretty much just comes through the air and it will just pop on randomly. And as you can see on screen, this is the new software that all the old Amazon Echoes from 2017 are getting. As you can see, it looks like some of the fonts are a little bit bigger. It looks like some of the news stories just flash on the screen a little bit bigger. I don't know everything this firmware has to offer, to be honest. You will have to play around with your Amazon Echo to find out what all the new features are, but I can definitely tell at least the fonts and the wording's bigger, and it looks like the news stories, as you can see, are I think in the middle, whereas before they weren't in the middle. I think they're in the bottom of the screen, on the bottom left or something like that. So overall, this is a welcome addition to all the old Echo Shows if you have an old Echo Show. But this video specifically is about one new feature on the Echo Show, which I think a lot of people are going to be happy about, and I think this is one of the most going to be one of the most used new features on the old Amazon Echoes. The new feature is that we finally got YouTube back. We kind of got YouTube back in a very different way. If you remember the Amazon Echo 2017, the model that you're looking at right now really has a problem with YouTube. Even the new model that came out on the market is having problems with YouTube. You can't actually officially access it because Google took away the functionality to access YouTube on the Echo Show because they were in some debacle where they wouldn't sell Google products on Amazon, like the Google Home and the Google Chromecast, because Amazon does sell competitors to both those items on their store. And since they didn't want to let them sell their items on Amazon, they decided to not allow the Echo Show to not have YouTube support. But YouTube support is finally back. You can kind of say it's back in a bad way, but then you can also say it's kind of back in a good way. So what I mean by that is we don't have the official application we had before. Before, you would tell her to just launch YouTube, and she would launch YouTube for you, and it was all fine and dandy, and it was actually a very good way to access YouTube. If you've seen my video on my channel, which I do have, I kind of explained how Twitch works on the Echo Show, because there is Twitch support if you're a Twitch user and you watch a lot of Twitch streams, and that's pretty much how the YouTube app worked before. So we did have a native YouTube app, and it does kind of suck we don't have a native YouTube app, but on the other hand, this might actually be better in one way. It actually allows us to actually use the main YouTube website, and the good thing about that is with this new update, you're actually allowed to browse the internet on the Echo Show, which is absolutely fantastic. And it's not really a surprise, to be honest, just because this thing is pretty much just a Amazon Fire tablet with a speaker built onto it, and it has to be plugged into the wall. So it's really not a surprise that a web browser came to this thing. So you have two choices of web browsers. You have this Silk browser, which is Amazon's own web browser, and then on top of that, you do have Firefox, but you don't have any Google Chrome support, Safari support. You don't have any other browser but Silk and Firefox. So those are your two options, and you can't go back and forth as far as I'm aware. I've been playing with this update for a little bit now, and what I'm aware is it pretty much tells you to choose one by default, so it always loads that one up. I think in the settings you could probably change the default browser to Silk, to Firefox, Firefox to Silk, if you really wanted to do that, but I haven't really played around with that, so I cannot deny or confirm if you can switch browsers after you set your default, but you will have to set your default. And basically all you want to do with this thing is you just want to tell her to open YouTube. Alexa, open YouTube.
Here's YouTube.
And then as you can see, it does open up YouTube, and it is going to be the mobile website on the web browser. As you can see on screen right now, I am using the Amazon Silk one. I wanted to try that one out since I've already used Firefox, so I did give the Amazon Silk web browser a look. And of course, how you're going to access this is going to be with touchscreen controls. You can't actually tell her to play a video. You do have to tell her to actually you do have to touch everything on the screen when you're in the web browser. So I'm going to show you a demo of an actual YouTube video playing. And then on top of that, I am actually going to show you how the web browser works. So I'm going to pretty much be killing killing two birds with one stone in this video. So here we go. Let me just go ahead and play the video that's already popped up on my screen, one of my own videos for copyright purposes. So I'm just going to play this because this is my own video. Let's go ahead and open that up. And it pretty much performs just like it would on a normal web browser. You have the comment section. I'm not too sure if you can...
From My Tech News, and in this
Alexa,
video we have
volume down.
3 different gaming
Alexa,
news
turn the volume to 1. So as you can see right there, you can turn the volume up and down like you would normally do, but you can't control any other aspects of YouTube. Alexa, fast forward video.
Fast forward is not supported.
See, she says fast forwarding is not supported, so you really can't do anything else with the video besides turning the volume up and down if you desire. And then on top of that, I think you do got the comment section. Let's go ahead and see if you can actually comment on someone's video. Let's see if you can add a public comment. It looks like you can add a public comment if you sign into your Google account for YouTube, because this is pretty much a web browser and it does have a full keyboard. I have not signed in yet, so I haven't tried commenting on anybody's video yet, but I'm assuming you could do this since this is just another standard web browser, just like a cell phone, a tablet, a PC, any other device. Let's go ahead and continue on playing. Now when it comes to actually the playing of the video, you don't actually have any options for any resolutions. It's going to be stuck at the native resolution of the Amazon Echo. But as you can see on screen, don't know how well it's coming off on camera. It looks very good for what I'm playing, considering this is the old Amazon Echo Show from 2017. And the fact I don't think this was even an HD display. I think it was a little bit less than HD. And if it was HD, it was only running like at 720p at best. So it's not the best display. But what I can say is it's a pretty good display for what I'm seeing and what I'm actually showing on screen in terms of resolution and in terms of actually watching a YouTube video on the actual web browser. And the speakers on here are very capable of actually showing or listening to a YouTube video. So if you wanted to like listen to a podcast on YouTube, or if you want to play some music off of YouTube, you can definitely do it, because speakers are very capable of playing YouTube videos, and it does get very loud. But yeah, like I was saying, is on the one hand, it's nice that we got YouTube support back, but on another hand, it kind of stinks that we have to use the mobile website of YouTube on the web browser on the Amazon Echo Show, just because it's kind of gimmicky and it's kind of finicky. It sucks that you have to really just browse around, use your hand and everything, and you can tell it's the mobile website, so it's not the best, but I guess it's better than nothing, and I really can't complain, because before, the Amazon Echo Show didn't have YouTube support since they removed YouTube support, so it's nice YouTube support is back. But just remember, you have to go to a web browser supported on the new software of the Echo Show. Now let's pretty much go to, I guess, google.com, and here's what the actual keyboard looks like on the new update. I'm just going to go ahead and type in google.com. As you can see, the one nice thing about this web browser, at least the one I'm using, I haven't tried Firefox, so you may want to try Firefox on your own time. But what I can say with the Amazon Silk browser, for me, it loads pretty fast. As you've seen there, it loaded Google in pretty much like 1 or 2 seconds. So it's still a very capable device if you wanted to browse the internet. Let's go ahead and just type in a standard website like CNN. And I am also glad that we did get a web browser on the Echo Show, just because it will give this thing more functionality. And since this thing is stationary, it's going to be kind of convenient to look up stuff on the internet outside of what Alexa can do on the actual show herself. So that's going to be very nice, that maybe if you're cooking or maybe if you're doing something, you can look up something on the internet really quickly without pulling out your smartphone or going to your tablet or your computer. This is going to be a very convenient way. And it pretty much acts as just a standard web browser on like a smartphone or a tablet. That's pretty much how you're going to use this. So if you're familiar with a cell phone's web browser, or if you're familiar with a tablet's web browser and things like that, then you're going to feel right at home using this. It's just pretty much a stationary tablet with a screen on it, with a big speaker on it, and it plugs into the wall so you can't move it around. But it's pretty much another type of a tablet or a smartphone, so it's really not surprising that you can browse the web here. But I guess it's good they did allow this to actually come up on the Echo Show 2017. Now both versions of the Echo Show do have web browsing capability and YouTube capability. Like I said before, I don't know all the new features of this new update that came to the old 2017 model, which is pretty much the same update or the same software the new Amazon Echo Show has. But this is one that I'm telling you almost 99% of people are going to be excited about, and they're going to want to do on their Echo Show, because this is really a nice added feature. We have web browser support, and then the web browser actually allows us to browse YouTube. What Google could have done is, since they did, I think they're coming out with their own like Amazon Echo Show competitor in December. What they could have done is they could have locked out Echo Shows from going to the mobile website on the web browser if they found out you're on an Echo device. But it's nice that Google didn't block access on the web browser, so it's kind of like a workaround that Amazon is allowing us to do to access YouTube if you want to watch YouTube on your Echo Show. And this will also open up more possibilities, because I remember a lot of people back when the Echo Show was around, they wanted to buy it strictly for watching YouTube videos, because it makes sense, because there's a lot of how-to videos on YouTube, there's a lot of DIY projects on YouTube, there's a lot of videos on YouTube you'd want to access on your Echo Show. And especially if you're a person that cooks a lot, or if you're doing projects with your kid or whatnot, this thing's a good thing to put somewhere like in a kitchen, or maybe even a garage, or a kid's playroom or something, and then you have YouTube playing in the background for entertainment, or maybe you want to do a project and things like that. So that's nice that we did get YouTube support back on the Echo Show. It's on the 2017 model, and it's also on the 2018 model as well. So it's on both versions of the Echo Show as we speak. Now let's just go around and scroll around. As you can see on screen, at least for my Echo, it looks pretty smooth and buttery. I'm not really having any problems scrolling up and down the screen. Only time will tell if this thing will start getting laggy or whatnot like other devices, but so far so good, and so far it's keeping up with my web browsing experience. Let's go ahead and go into another website. Let's go to a tech website, Engadget.com. If I can spell this right. See if I can get Engadget up. Okay, guess I didn't spell it right. I'll just go back to Google really quickly. And then I'll go to Engadget. And as you can see right there on the keyboard as well, it does have voice control. So if you wanted to just tell her what to type, and she would type it for you on the keyboard, because this is an Amazon Echo device with a whole bunch of microphones on it. So let's just go ahead and go into Engadget and see what the latest tech news is. So here we go. Boston Dynamics Atlas robot shows off parkour style agility. And the latest news, let's see if this one, you can zoom in. Yep, you can zoom in. I'm zooming in a lot, and you can see it's not really getting pixelated, and it looks like you can see stuff very well. I don't know what I clicked on there, but yeah, but there it is. Let me go ahead and click on one of these news articles. Spot demo video shows a Boston Dynamics robot at work. And there's a picture right there. of the thing, and then there's the actual article right there. I'm not going to go ahead and read it, but there it is. Let's go ahead and zoom in one more time and see what the zooming in is of the web browser. As you can see, it's not really pixelated. You can read it very well when you zoom in, but there it is. So far, I'm liking my web browser experience on the Echo Show 2017 model. Not really having a problem there, or the original Echo Show, however you like to call it. Loving the browser experience on this. It may probably be slightly better on the 2018 model, or the new model that just came out, just because it may have more processing power, I'm assuming, so it may be slightly smoother, but from what I'm telling here, it's a very good experience. Let's see some of the other features of this web browser. So you can see you got bookmarks just like a regular web browser, and here is the bookmarks. You got youtube.com, amazon.com, facebook.com, and then you also got settings. Let's see what's in the settings really quickly. Web scaling, passwords, privacy, accessibility, and advanced. Let's go ahead and click on advanced and see what's happening in advanced. So you can change your search engine here. I'm assuming they got the main standard ones. They got Google, Yahoo, Ask, and AOL. I'm just going to go ahead and click on Google, because Google is my main web search engine that I normally use. Cloud features, I'm going to leave those on. Don't really know what those pertain to on the web browser, but I guess I'll leave those on because they are on by default. And then let's go into site settings and see what site settings, and then these are pretty much just standard settings you've seen on other web browsers. I'm not going to go through all of these different things, but these are on web browsers that you've used before. But there you are. You pretty much just got your standard web browsing of features. Let's see if we can somehow multitask with this thing. Let's go to YouTube maybe, and then let's see if you can multitask with different tabs. Maybe you can, and maybe you can't. You can bookmark the website right there where my hand's touching right there. It looks like a little bookmark or a little paper, but you can bookmark it if you want to save bookmarks. Let's go ahead and see if we can multitask here. It looks like, as far as I'm aware, there's no way to multitask. What I mean by that is you don't have any tabs, so you can't go back and forth between different websites. You can't have different tabs with different websites loaded up, it looks like. Again, I want to make this clear. I have not tried the Firefox variant of the web browser, because like I said before at the beginning of the video, you do get a choice of the Amazon Silk web browser, and then you also get a choice of Firefox, Mozilla Firefox. So I can't confirm. Maybe Mozilla Firefox would have been a better choice for me, but I don't know how to actually switch web browsers at the very moment. But so far, I'm liking my experience. It's glad that YouTube is back. It's glad that we get a web browser. It just makes this thing have much more functionality with YouTube being back, and with having a full web browser in the Echo Show now. It's very nice. And again, this does work on the Amazon Echo original. You don't have to do anything for this. It'll just pipe down the line when you look at your Amazon Echo that you have. It'll just give you the new software or the new firmware, so you don't have to run out and buy the new one that just came out. You're pretty much getting all those features in here, and there's probably some other features I didn't even cover, and I don't know all the new features, but those are just some of the biggest ones that you're probably curious about and you're probably going to want to wonder about. Anyway, guys, this is Wayne from My Tech News, signing out.